You hit the wrong button. Now back to translation one. Hello,
This is
everyone.
the
Welcome to
most
another
horrible.
another episode of
They're
Three
all
Nerds on a
horrible.
Sunday, where three friends talk about all things nerd, geek, and pop culture related. I am one third of the nerd, Sunny, and we are back to full strength here. The other two Manny's, the other two hosts of the show, Manny and Frank,
Be
are
putting us on a
joining me.
pedestal because now we got to live up to stuff and actually talk
Yeah.
right and be
Well, I mean, the
informative and
last
funny.
episode was like the shortest episode ever in Three Nerds on a Sunday history.
It wasn't that bad. It was over an hour.
It was like, no, it was 40 minutes, I think.
It was like 53,
No.
6 minutes. It was just under an hour.
No.
But I mean,
Don't make
still,
me log in. Don't make me log in.
The one person from Ireland, it was like, finally,
Dude, we got
short
seven,
episode.
7 plays last week.
Look at that.
We were on a downtrend. Middle of April 7. Then we had a 5, a 4, and then another 7 last week.
Hey,
Look at that.
So I guess I should
None of
take off
those are
more
me.
often, right?
You're on that upswing, baby.
Look at that Frank guy. Tell him to get a haircut.
We're coming for you, Joe Rogan.
Don't come back till he gets a haircut.
Sounds like we've been having a decent week.
I think we missed each other because we're all happy.
Everyone seems energized and ready to go.
Like, oh, let's talk nerd.
I missed my time in the nerd sons.
What's that funny part in Deadpool where he's like, "Hi Yukio," he's like, "Hi Deadpool, hi Wade." Hi Manny.
Yeah, is that from Deadpool 2 or 1?
Deadpool 2.
I think 2. Or he's a trainee.
Oh man. So let's go ahead and jump into our news before you complete all the track here. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first because I only have one piece of news because I'm just sucking at this whole podcast thing. So apparently, Sony has announced 2 new colors for their DualSense controllers for PS5 that you still can't buy. And the 2 colors are, I want to get these names right. I think one of them is called Phantom Black.
Oh.
And it's all black. And the other one...
Does it come in black?
I almost want to say it's Crimson Red.
Crimson Mist, they should have called it.
Oh, yeah, it is. Cosmic Red. I'm sorry. Cosmic Red.
That's a nice red.
And Midnight Black.
I want the red.
Oddly enough, the red one costs $75, and the Midnight Black costs $70. So regular price for the black one, and the red one is $75. I feel like the red one was different in real world life. So I don't know. I got to see this in person. But yeah, those are those colors. I still like the white one. The black one's nice, but I was happy when Sony went white with their console because it's something different. That's what I preferred with that. So yeah.
Yeah. Surprisingly, it hasn't gotten dirty. The white one.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna really get dirty.
No, unless you're eating Cheetos or something.
Oh, that's true. And then I guess like the sweat on the end.
But I use little cups for my food, so so that's not gonna happen to me.
Finger food.
When does that come out anyway?
They're on pre-orders. Let me go back to it. I didn't think I saw anything.
I don't think they said. They just said, yeah, these are gonna come soon.
Soon.
Yeah, I didn't.
And they're like, by the way, you can't buy a PS5 until 2022.
Yeah. I'll look it up and see, but I don't think new PS5 controllers.
Now, so when you have your PlayStation 5, you can play.
Next month, it's saying. This is from the blog from PlayStation. This says sometime next month. It doesn't really have a date. Yeah. Frank, you buying one since you have a PlayStation? Oh, are we frozen?
Frank is frozen. Done. Done. Give it a second here. I think I'm frozen. Yes, yes, you are. Yes,
This
you are.
great podcast work that we're gonna have to edit.
Yeah. Yeah. What happened?
I think he's done. I don't think he's coming back.
He's gone. He's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, go give him a second to hop back in.
Do we have to call him?
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know. Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Let's see here. So, Nicole killed the router. I think she unplugged it or something.
Ha!
Or she blew it up.
All right. Well,
Pay attention to me.
we'll just ask him again if he's going to buy it.
Oh, well, hello, there, motherfucker.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry.
All right. So we're just gonna have to
Improvise.
ask this again.
So you're restarting it?
No, I didn't restart it.
Oh, okay.
But I am gonna just start the question again, and then you just kind of
Okay.
cut it. So let's see. The controllers look like they are going to be coming out next month. Frank, are you going to buy one? Since you're the only one here besides me that has a PS5, not doing a flex move.
Nah, I don't have a reason to buy one.
No, yeah. I like I said, I like the white one, and that's fine.
Yeah, I'll be all right with it.
All right, I'm done with that piece of news.
Okay.
Cool. Let's see here. I'll pick this one. A new animated Ultraman movie is in the works for Netflix. It is being touted as a brand new story in development. So this should be an original story that hasn't been used in the Ultraman universe yet. There's been a lot of projects coming up lately, and Netflix is the next company to throw its hat in that ring. Yeah.
Have you
So
guys watched very much Ultraman?
when I was a young child,
Mm-hmm.
I saw some stuff recently, some stuff I missed, but I mean, again, it's a giant robot man fights monsters.
Where would you even watch Ultraman?
It's hard to find, isn't it?
Yeah, I had to do it through tapes, like the old school way. I was like, "Hey, you got it? I got it. Here you go. Thanks, sir." Then I go ahead and watch them.
Is that how you said it? Like, how old were you watching Ultraman?
12, 13.
So you said that to a man running a video game shop. You got Ultraman or a video shop? You got Ultraman? I got Ultraman. All right, give me the Ultraman. Yeah, give me the stuff.
Word for word.
And you just walk out.
Like so, yeah.
You got Ultraman? You got Ultraman?
Yeah, I got Ultraman.
You got that good stuff.
So this was an anime, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, it was live action.
It's live action? Oh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The old guys in suits type of stuff.
Like Godzilla? He was in Godzilla, was he not?
No. I think you're thinking of Jaeger.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Ultraman!
Whole separate thing. But I'm excited for it. I mean, again, anything that's giant robots and monsters that are gonna fight, I'm in on it.
Did watch episodes of this. It was like, oh, this reminds me of Power Rangers.
Yeah,
yeah. Watch it.
Yeah, there's a lot of shows like that, and this definitely falls in that category. But I think it's more successful out of all the other ones, like Beetleborg or Beetlebots and
Beetleborgs, big bad Beetleborgs. Get it right.
Ooh, excuse me. And then what's the other one? It's like there's like the cyber. It was weird.
VR Rangers,
right?
Or Troopers. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So there was a nice little run.
There's one more. I can't remember what it was, but he looked like a cricket.
Yeah, Troopers.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh shit. Oh man, I know exactly what you're talking about. They're not that
Nope.
successful here, but they're pretty big overseas.
That was on Fox.
Yeah, Fox for Kids. Boom, boom. Oh shit. We will think about it as soon as
Oh
we
yeah,
know.
Beetleborgs. Holy cow, I forgot about Beetleborgs. I
Oh,
just looked up a picture of him.
David Carr, if you don't know who he was, I guess he was in VR Troopers as Tyler Steele. David Carr was a quarterback for the Texans
The cricket is
for a
Masked
while.
Rider. Is that right?
Masked Rider. I felt like it had a cooler name than that.
Yeah, me too. He
Rider.
looks kind of cool though.
Spider.
He was
Yeah.
super cool. He was like black and green.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's him. That was.
Masked Rider. It's hilarious.
He had like a bike. Yeah, this guy was cool. Out of
Cricket
all of
helmet.
them, to me, this guy was probably the coolest one. I don't know why. I guess because I liked the Green Ranger so much, and he kind of reminded me of the Green Ranger.
That makes sense.
Oh,
Beetleborgs to me was awesome, but like for some reason,
I like how they look.
mostly the Jay Leno
yes, Ghost.
Elvis character thing. I was like, why is this here? Why is this a thing? But I love it and it's awesome. I don't know if it's on there, but I know Beetleborg was on Netflix. I don't know if it's there anymore, but if it is, go check it out just for old time's sake.
Oh, this was a spin-off of Power Rangers? He was in Power Rangers.
They showed up in the show, right? I saw a picture of them together.
As part of the Fox Kids program block from September 16th, 1995 to August 31st, 1996. That's my birthday.
Hey,
But I want to know what he was supposed to be. The Plague Patrol with the smoker.
we're doing some deep dive search right now, guys.
Beetleborgs.
Man,
We won't do this on here because it's not good podcast stuff, but you can look him up. That was fun.
Stick
All right.
Knights.
that was a nice little stroll down memory lane.
First
Yep.
tangent in the books.
Bam.
Yes.
So, Frank, what's your news story?
And lead us down.
I have MCU Phase 4 movie titles
Okay.
for some of the movies that I guess didn't have titles yet, or maybe they reworked the titles. But anyway, we know most of them, except after Thor: Love and Thunder. They're
This
gonna have
came out
Black
last week,
Panther.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Wakanda
kept this for you.
Forever. Thank you so much.
So
The release date is July 8th, 2022.
okay.
And then the Marvels.
Yep.
Which is Captain Marvel 2, November 11th, 2022. I guess that's where they're going to have the new Miss Marvel or something.
Miss Marvel, I believe, will have her TV show by then.
Okay.
So
That
she
makes
will
sense.
already be introduced.
And weren't they saying something like Brie Larson is like in trouble or something with Disney?
I don't
She
think
was
so.
talking smack or something.
Yeah, but she's always talking shit, so it's very likely.
Bautista just started talking crap that
That's what I was about to say.
that Drax was not fully
I agree.
etched out. Man, you can't etch out everybody. Like you can't. Whatever.
True, but I mean, Drax just became a walking joke instead of what he was.
Yeah,
but
like,
He's never a good fighter. He just scratches stuff with his knives
I mean,
and
yeah,
yells and makes you laugh. That's it.
that is the problem with especially with I don't want to say like superhero movies in general, but like
you could say
big, like big budget movies where like the first guy in the movie is pretty funny and he has these moments and then hey, let's just make him a clown and that's pretty much what they did in part two. Again, great lines and everything, but yeah, I think they should have given him a little more something there. But I mean, because of that, he's getting a chance to do a lot more stuff and to get to
Well, in the comics, Drax is able to kill Thanos, which I
Yeah.
know doesn't really work in the movie. Like they can't do everything.
No, you can do a what if now.
Maybe. There you go.
You can do a what if. But honestly, like if I'm not mistaken, this was his first big shot, right?
I believe, right?
I
After
mean,
this, he showed up in Blade Runner and started having his own movies, and
Well, here we go again with the deep dive. Dave Bautista.
Well, I think this was his first kind of big shot.
Well, let me tell you
Granted,
something real quick.
he was in James Bond, and then
Yeah.
he was in
Oh,
Blade Runner.
that's right.
So I think James Bond was probably his big movie shot, but this was his lead role, if I'm not mistaken.
He says that he turned down a Fast and Furious role to pitch a Gears of War movie.
Yeah.
He's still trying for that. I don't know. Nobody wants to let him do it.
Let's see what happens with Army of the Dead. He might be able to get a push after that because,
Hopefully.
I mean, from the trailer, it makes it look like he's an old, beaten down guy, but can still kick a lot of ass, and that can play really well for Marcus Phoenix character.
What would you say if he somehow teamed up with Snyder to make Gears of War? Would you be okay with that?
No.
How come? The visuals would be there.
So much fucking slow-mo. I can't. I mean, they're gonna
slow-mo
run
from who?
Ooh,
Snyder. Every time he does a run or a roll, he's gonna slow-mo.
Yeah. Like with zombies stuff. Because again, Army of the Dead, I am excited, but that's like more up his alley. Gears of War, I can't watch that thing in slow-mo for like half of it.
I want like a little more horror, like a nice chainsaw kill and them being chased by like all the crazy stuff on the planet.
It's got to be gory.
I personally think Gears of War as a TV show.
TV show? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, cool. Yeah. I mean, they can scale it back.
But then you run into budget problems.
Well,
unless you're on HBO or something.
Well, the first game could be pretty isolated because like most of it's like from building to building,
and, like underground and stuff.
Yeah, part 2 and 3 is where it gets really fucking big, but the first game at least could be like pretty safe, I think, on TV. But yeah, let's see.
Somebody needs to allow him to be Marcus Phoenix. I mean, come on.
Honestly, dude, if they're not gonna make a Halo movie, because I think they're making that a TV show, Gears of War doesn't need to be made.
Let's be honest. They're not going to. They're just not.
Yeah, I think it'll work better as a TV show. Nowadays, you see like Marvel going the non-traditional way of making a TV show. They're going more a movie way. So what I was reading is that they actually don't have showrunners. They have directors, and the directors stay on for most of the series. Unlike a TV show that producers make the final call. This one, the the director is making all the calls. So, I mean, if someone grabs the balls and thinks they could do it, i.e. Netflix, you could probably do it, man. But I can't see it as a good movie.
I'm actually surprised Halo never got off the ground. Like as big as it was, and Weta wanted to do it. Well, it's like, come on.
Well, like the problem with a lot of these movies, or a lot of these games, where like your face is covered, a lot of big actors don't want to do that because they want the face to be shown. And Chief never takes his mask off whatsoever. It's part of who he is. So they can't get any big names to do it, and H2 can be like, oh, if you can't get Tom Cruise, then you can. No deal. It's like, shit. All right, fine. So
get somebody who don't care, like what's his name? The guy who played Dredd. Carl Urban.
Oh, he was a great Dredd.
He don't care. He'll do it.
But no one watched the movie, so.
But he also wasn't big at that time, dude.
I don't know. He was.
I don't think so.
He was already in Star Trek and Bourne and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess he's bigger now, but
like now.
Anyway, that's rabbit hole number 2.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree with Sonny. Is that one thing, and also the other thing I think why the shows didn't, or that movie didn't get off the ground, is because a lot of these video game movies just sucked.
Yeah.
And
this
was kind of like this was like a one-shot kind of thing. Like we're either gonna kill it or we're not. And they just didn't rush it, and kudos to them, man. But I think now that's why you're seeing a lot of these video game movies turn into TV shows, because you need to flesh out the characters for a certain degree. Like we got The Last of Us coming out. There was another video game TV show. I thought there was another one, if I'm not mistaken. Was there not one? Did I just make another one up in my head?
I think there may be, but I can't think of it.
Yeah, I don't know offhand. It sounds like you're right, but I can't pick the franchise.
Man, I thought there was another one. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, that's I appreciate The Last of Us going HBO route because I think that's going to do better with that. You guys don't want a lot of seasons. You guys don't feel like a lot of seasons could come out of it. But I think
I'll take it
a little bit, as long as it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, that's what matters. Just make things good.
It's like a double-edged sword because if they never get to the good parts, then it's like, okay, I just watched one okay season and never got to anything cool.
Yeah.
Crazy life we live in as nerds.
Well, that was all my news.
Oh my god. I got two more real quick here.
Okay.
Snake Eyes movie trailer will be released this Sunday when the episode drops. And I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I won't say I'm excited, but I am very intrigued by this. Snake Eyes was my favorite.
Yeah, Snake Eyes was always. I wasn't a G.I. Joe fan, but I was a Snake Eyes fan.
Yeah, Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes were always like the cool things, and I always loved them, and they're really cool in the comics. So I kind of want to see this because I think the past two G.I. Joe movies are two different films within themselves. The second one has a really cool ninja fight scene, like on the side of a mountain, just pretty cool.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So they kind of take that aspect of it and focus more on like like cool action and like awesome set pieces, some cool backgrounds. It could be a fun, good time. I don't expect it to be like a monster hit, but I think it could make money if they do it right. So
Well,
we will.
I just hope it's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. And it stars Henry Golding as Snake Eyes.
I'm not sure who that is.
He's in Crazy Rich Asian, and believe he was in Ultraman. Not a pretty good. Again, I'm very. I don't know if he's new to the American scene or just new in general as an actor. The few things I've seen him in, he's been pretty good. So
the thing is, I don't think Snake Eyes is Asian, but if that's what they want to do, I don't really care. I'm just saying.
He is now. Yeah.
Let the Asians have this.
Iko Uwais is also in there from the Raid movies.
So far, IMDb says he's known for 4 movies: The Gentleman, Crazy Rich Asians, Last Christmas, and then another one called A Simple Favor.
That's
And I guess he's in other stuff too.
I've never seen him act, but yeah, I want this to be good. I'm kind of glad they did Snake Eyes instead of another Joe. Try to reboot that whole thing.
Yeah, but you need to watch The Gentleman. Just saying, it's a really good movie.
Yeah, I've been trying to, but it's not really available.
Wow. Yeah, so there's that. We will talk about that next week, or I might jump on the Instagram page and give my quick thoughts about it. My last piece of news: Mary Elizabeth Winstead, or I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Winstead.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
you're right.
No, Winstead is an assassin in a new movie called Kate, and 3 new images were released. It looks, say, like John Wick extraction route. See a lot of blood on her. See one image with a neon pink light background, and she looks like a badass. I'm a big fan of her. I've watched a lot of her stuff. I think she's a really good actress, and she was pretty good in action. She was in the movie Gemini Man with Will Smith.
I haven't seen that.
It's a movie.
It's
okay.
what I heard.
Yeah, it's.
I heard it came out in theaters.
Yeah.
Kate.
What are those?
So this is a John Wick-esque.
That's what it's looking like. Woody Harrelson will be in it, and there are a number of other Japanese actors. I could try to name them, but I'm not.
What is this called?
Kate. It's gonna be on Netflix, which I'm kind of which should be good.
The only Kate I want to hear from is Kate Bishop.
Really? I mean, I like the character.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'll check it out. Maybe I'll look at the trailer.
No trailer yet, but
okay.
I would never talk about it when it does come out.
There's a teaser.
Is there?
Yeah, 45 seconds.
Oh, okay. So this is a Netflix movie, you're saying?
Yeah. So yeah, it's a Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Again,
I like their movies because I never know they're coming.
Yeah, I again, I think I said this a number of times, but Netflix needs to calm the fuck down with the way that they spend money.
Hey, calm down.
Don't tell them how to spend
not your money.
I will tell them because I want Netflix to stick around because they make for every good thing they make like 20 bad things, and they spend,
they do.
They probably shouldn't, like Jupiter Legacy and
Ugh,
as much
it's
as
hard
much
to
as
watch.
as much as I like Bright, they messed up that script really bad. And again,
that shit.
fun. Hey, Bright is fun. I'll defend it. But they should have never spent $100 million.
Ain't no fun.
You ain't no
They
fun.
spent too damn much money on that.
That's what I'm saying. They spent a lot.
Was it 50 million or how much?
100 million.
Holy Jesus!
$100 million.
Will Smith is like 80% of that is mine. You have no movie without me, you son of a bitch.
What movie?
Bright.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I
Bright
forgot it
was
even
one of the
exists.
first ones.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Bright came out right when I got my 4K television. It was such a disappointment.
This is going on 4 years old now.
Yeah. So
my TV's 4 years old. I gotta get a new TV.
It's time for the child to break it. That's why you have kids now.
It never happened for me, so I just made it happen.
That damn TV was paid.
Because you never taught them.
Damn thing won't break.
To, like throw things. My dad was throwing a baseball at me at like ages of like 6 months, and then like I just kept just throwing shit. And I broke like 2 TVs because I just kept throwing shit.
It's like, it's okay, throw it.
It was funny. He was like,
I need a new one.
Oh, we need to get a new TV.
Oh, no, now I have to go buy a $2,000 TV.
Like womp womp womp. So just train your kids young, guys.
That's rabbit hole number 3. Good job, guys.
We're on a roll today, baby. Ooh. So that's it for our news. We'll just jump into our next tangent / nerd out. So let's get into it.
All right. Who wants to go?
Push this to offer up the table first.
Sure, I'll go.
Okay, that works.
Were you offering it up, or you said you want to take it, or what did you say?
Oh, good. Whoever wants.
Either way, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah,
I watched 3 things. Okay. I watched more than that, but I'm only gonna mention 3.
Oh, look at you.
So the kids found a movie on Netflix, The Mitchells versus Robots. Have you guys heard about it?
Yep. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay. It is by the people who made the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie.
Okay.
So
I already told you I was going to watch it. God damn it.
A lot of the visual style of that. It has a lot of the humor and just the clever writing. The animation is really, really, really good. I was impressed by a lot of things they did in here, just on a like technical level, as far as like the lighting and the models and all that stuff. And it really has it's really a family, as you could probably tell. It's mostly a family story, but it just so happens that robots are trying to take over the world at the same time while they're dealing with their family drama. So it has like both things happening at the same time. But this being by those guys, I believe, Something Lord and Something Else guy. Yeah, I know.
Nice.
I'm like sucking at that, but they did a great job on this, and I was a little annoyed at first because they weren't doing Spider-Verse 2. But I think this is something they really wanted to tell, and they had to get it off their chest, kind of thing.
Sure.
Because you could tell it's like a really personal story, and it's very humorous and entertaining. So, good stuff. I had a good time watching it.
Wait, so these are the directors of Spider-Man Into the Universe? Spider-Verse?
Yeah, I think the directors / producers.
So they're not doing part 2?
They are, but I think they took a break to do this.
Oh, yeah.
That's why it's been so long since the other movie.
Has it been that long?
I think it's been like 3 years, maybe more than 3 years.
Well, yeah, but it's only been that long too because
2018, 3 years, yeah.
That's not that bad.
So
yeah,
But yeah,
I'm
I
fine
think it's worth a
with
watch,
that
man.
one.
Even as adult, will enjoy it as well. So
Oh, just because I'm an adult, I don't care about that. I'll just watch it.
I know, but I mean, it's like sometimes you watch something with the kids and you're like really bored or you don't like it.
Yeah.
And this is not that. So
I kind of haven't come across that yet, which is weird.
Mhm.
And you think I would come across it because Elena's only one, but also
yeah.
I'm probably showing her shows that a 1-year-old shouldn't be watching. Nothing bad, but like just
No,
age.
yeah.
yeah.
So we'll see what happens when it comes
Yeah.
across.
I think she'll like it. It's really colorful and it's funny and everything. So I'm still watching horror on Shudder, but a little bit less
Mhm.
right now. But I did go back and watch Ginger Snaps for some reason. People were talking about it, and it was like on the list because it was just added. And let me
Yeah.
tell you, this movie actually holds up, man. Like I remember watching it like way back, dude. Like I must have been like 10 or 13 or something. And I remember I liked it, but it kind of went over my head a little bit because it's kind of a heavy movie a little bit
Sure.
as far as like the main characters are going through something, and it's kind of adult themed in that way. But
Very much so, I think.
I think it really holds up, man. It's worth a watch. You guys should definitely rewatch if you haven't for a long time.
I don't think I remember this movie.
Yeah, I was expecting to be complete trash and like I want to turn it off, but no, it was definitely worth the watch, and I think it held up really well.
Yeah.
And I always like werewolf stuff, so
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is considered a classic werewolf a horror movie. Um,
yeah,
I can't
surprisingly does a good job.
talk about the rest of the sequels, but the first one I heard was pretty good, really good still.
Yeah,
So
and it gets going right away. Like it doesn't take too long to start, and then it kind of just deals with the act of like turning into a werewolf, but from like a unique perspective. And then the main characters are really dark. Like they have this really weird bond where they're just obsessed with death and they want to die together and things like that. So that's why I was saying it's kind of heavy because it's just weird in that way.
Mhm.
But then yeah, it's good. I think it was definitely worth it. I think it deserves its place as a classic. So if you have Shudder, it's on there. I don't think it's anywhere else right now, but it is an older movie, so I'm sure you can find it. And then my final thing that I saw
Mhm.
is Without Remorse. It is a Prime Video exclusive. It is
Oh yeah.
starring Michael B. Jordan. It is a Tom Clancy universe movie, and it's really like a prequel to Rainbow Six.
Hmm.
So that's a very popular video game. If you don't know about that, it's like an elite team of counterintelligence guys. But this
Did
is
they
really
mention Rainbow Six in there?
there's a stinger. So this is really just setting up the guy who creates Rainbow Six. And I did enjoy this movie. People were mad. The really people who are devoted to the books were mad about a lot of changes.
Sure.
But I think it's a good movie. It's definitely worth a watch. Michael B is very good in it. There are some good action and set pieces. The story, I would say, is probably the weakest part. It's kind of generic. It's kind of like been there, done that revenge kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that said, I do think it was well done, and there's some really cool sequences. There's more action and more budget than I would have expected. And I've been a Clancy fan, not a book fan, so maybe I'm not a
Hmm.
true fan in that regard. But I've always been
Fair.
into his world, so all of his movies, all of his adaptations and games and stuff, especially the games like Splinter Cell and just countless games that he has been
Well,
able to
thank you.
come out with. And yeah, I'm liking Michael B as this type of character, and if he could be in charge of Rainbow Six going forward in another film, I'd definitely be into watching that. And what I was gonna say is that Prime also has a bunch of other Clancy stuff right now. So I was looking at Clear and Present Danger, which I have never really watched, which is because Harrison was Jack Ryan for so long,
Yeah.
and that has some Rainbow Six characters too. What's kind of funny is Michael B is playing the leader. I think John Kelly, I believe, is the name.
Mhm.
But William Dafoe is the same character, but but back in Clear and Present Danger, like in '92. It was kind of funny to see that.
That's
I
kind of
was
funny.
watching the beginning, and then another Rainbow Six member is Tuco from freaking
Tuco.
Breaking Bad. So it's kind of funny.
Hmm.
And I
Really?
didn't get to, I didn't get to finish the movie, but I watched like the first 20 minutes. I meant to go back, but I wasn't able to circle back. But
Can you finish it? You son of a bitch.
no, because I had just finished Without Remorse, and I just didn't have time. But I wanted to keep going with Clancy stuff. But
I don't know. It's just like, I'm gonna finish it. Never watched it again.
no, I want to go back because I think it was good. And you know, obviously, I think it was a good movie because it got really high stars on Prime Video.
Mhm.
But this was a good movie. I don't think it was mind blowing, and I think book fans are pissed. But I found it enjoyable, and I would like to see a Rainbow movie with this guy.
I mean, if they can do the one in Las Vegas, I will watch that 100%. That was my
That'd be
favorite
cool.
game.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer. Like, I don't know, cause like I'm looking at the Jack Ryan films and Tom Clancy films. I'm looking at them. I'm like, I like Clear and Present Danger. I haven't seen The Hunt for Red October.
I haven't really seen that either.
I haven't seen Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruits.
That movie's not good. The Chris Pine one.
Yeah, I don't remember Some of All Fears, and I vaguely remember the Patriots game, but
Yeah, it's just I don't remember them because I was very young when they came out.
yeah,
But
Some of All Fears was pretty good.
yeah, with
From what I
Affleck, right?
remember. Yeah.
yeah.
And there's actually
And
there's a
Morgan.
Jack Ryan show on Prime too. If you don't know about that, it's with
You're also living under a rock if you don't know about that one.
with the Office guy
John
Krasinski, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
First season I enjoyed. Second season it to me lost a little steam, and I didn't even finish the second season. But I did like the first season.
Nice.
But it'd be kind of cool if they crossed over. You know, I think they will. That's probably their intent here.
Yeah.
But you know, Jack Ryan's kind of an analyst. He's not necessarily a field guy, but they could cross paths and work on the same project or something like that.
Yeah. It'd be really interesting for Amazon to have the Tom Clancy universe kind of deal. That'd be kind of cool to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, I think if you want some like military thing like that, I would check it out. And then if you have time or you're still into it, check out the Ryan TV show.
Nice. Oh, sounds like
That's
it's
it for me. So yeah, I've been watching a bunch of stuff.
Tight. I'll go next with mine.
Okay.
As just as Frank, I'll hold it down to 3. First one, I watched that documentary on what was it? I don't want to get it wrong. Netflix.
Is it Sons of Sam or something?
Yes. The Sam.
Saw that.
It was interesting. I won't say I was freaked out, but I was unnerved from the second episode, which I think is the best episode out of the 4-part miniseries. Essentially, what this documentary follows is this investigator or writer kind of thinks that there's more to the story of Son of Sam, David. You know what, Dave? I'm not gonna say his full name. He doesn't deserve that.
It's like saying the devil's name.
He doesn't deserve to have a full name? Really?
Not to say ain't it?
Yeah. Just Dave. Just
did some terrible things.
Yeah. So he kind of starts to
dig
wait.
So wait, hold on. So Dave is the guy who made the movie?
No, he's the
docu?
He's the guy who committed all the crimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just go with it.
He's like, don't you dare! You put a lot of work into this.
No, I because Netflix has been kind of like on and off with their documentaries. That's why I bring that up.
I gotcha.
Okay.
He kind of stumbles onto the story that maybe there's more to this story than we didn't realize, that perhaps the guy that did the shooting didn't do it by himself, and it leads him down a rabbit hole of believing that there's a satanic cult out there that is behind all these killings, and they might be involved with a lot more stuff. Episode 2 really kind of like, hey, there was this old place in New York. There's this old park that was run down, and we stumbled upon it, and there's like sacrificed dogs and symbols all over the wall, and there's people in black cloaks. I'm like, Jesus, it's getting scary. And the whole
How many
series,
murders were there? Was it like hundreds or like tens? Or...
No, it was like 10. I think it was like 7, 8 deaths, and like two to three victims lived, but they either are missing, can't hear, or don't have sight in their eyes or something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was messed up.
And this was during like the hottest summer, right, in New York?
Yeah, the hottest summer, and I want to say this was during the Satanic Panic as well. So it was just it was like the perfect.
Sounds like a bad time.
Yeah, so I mean, like again, like the first episode kind of touches on everything that happened and what New York was happening. 2 follows the first general idea and starts to blossom into a full-fledged theory. And then 3 and 4 are kind of episodes that kind of continue down that rabbit hole, where at the end it's like, oh yeah, I wrote this book, everyone heard it, and no one cares. So shit, I need to keep digging until basically, I mean, spoiler, but it's a documentary. They're not really happy endings. The gentleman who came up with the theory died, and on his deathbed, he's like, I swear to you, this is true. We need to get this truth out. People need to listen to me, basically. I don't remember his exact last words, but like he wanted to get his case, try to get some movement on it, because he believes that there is more to this story than just one guy did it. And some people tried to discredit him. The NYPD is like, this guy's full of shit. He don't know what he's talking about. Go fuck yourself. And so he spent his whole life trying to prove this right. And with that being said, the documentary itself, I don't think it needed to be 4 episodes. It was okay. I don't know. It just felt kind of like lackluster at points. I think, again, episode 2, I think, is the best out of the 4. But
did it get like repetitive? Because it's like,
just
keep going over the same thing.
Yeah, they'll keep saying the same things over again that they've even said a lot in the first episode, and they'll do it again and say it again and say it again and say it again.
Yeah.
You would think by now Netflix knows that people just watch all this stuff like in a day, so you don't have to maybe when we put it together, hey, we should cut this out. I don't need to hear New York was scared for like 100th time in like 2 episodes. Just cut it back a little bit.
Like the Lisa one was, oh my god, too long. They had to cut like an hour out of that.
Yeah, it's like, get your shit together. But anyways, I mean, I think the problem with documentaries, true crime stuff is a whole other topic. But this was okay. If you're into true crimes documentaries, this is up your alley 100%. Just give it a watch. We'll see what the next case they'll bring up next. But yeah, that's the Sons of Sam on Netflix. Next, I saw the brand new movie that came out this week. For those who want me dead, starring Angelina Jolie. It was it is on HBO Max. Came out in the whole deal of theaters and HBO Max same day.
Yeah.
It is above average.
Okay.
That's been a lot of these HBO Max movies.
I don't know who to blame on this one, because it needed a really good rewrite. It needed to focus more on Angelina Jolie and the child. I guess before I go any farther, the story is basically this firefighter who is played by Angelina Jolie. She gets assigned to a watchtower in the Montana woods, and through some shenanigans and tomfoolery, this child who is the child of a man. He's like an accountant. He has some secrets, and they want him dead and cleaned up. She ends up trying to save the kid through a forest fire in the woods that the guy set on ablaze to try to kill the kid. So that's the general synopsis. Wasn't great, but you know what it's about now. People, fire, run away. This thing needed a big rewrite. The main cast is only like 6 people, but I think it's like 2 people too many.
Mhm.
John Berthal's in it, and I thought he was fine, but his story and his wife's story didn't need to be in there. That was really weird. It's about an hour and 40 minutes long, but it feels really short. It moves at a breakneck pace. There's never really time just to like settle down.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, it is a fun little thriller. You come in, you watch it, and you leave. I'm not gonna say like, oh, you need to watch it right now, but if you got time within the month and you got HBO Max, watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
They're really like tooting the horn on this one. Like,
I was
those who want
hoping.
me dead. Those who want me dead. Those who want me dead.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, dude.
I was hoping it was good because Tyler Sheridan directed it and he co-wrote the screenplay. This is based off a book, I believe, of the same title. I don't know who had their hand in it. I don't know if it was like one of those things like the studio said this and that, but he wanted this, and they just kind of compromised to make this average film. But there's something special here. The chemistry between Angelina Jolie and the kid I thought was pretty good. We just don't have enough time to really get to know anybody because they cram in the John Bernthal story in there just because it's John Bernthal, I guess. They gotta get that shiny money. Yeah,
I'm
man.
a little tired of him because I don't know, a little too much oversaturation on that guy. I see my boy Nicholas Hoult is in there.
Yes, he is pretty decent in it. The main bad guy, I will say, I feel is highly miscast. He didn't really feel threatening at all. He was more like kind of annoying.
Should have been Walter Goggins.
Honestly, that would have been really funny and cool. But the guy that they have in here, he's not that good.
Whenever you're in doubt, you got to use Walton Goggins.
He needs to be in more stuff.
Oh, absolutely, he is.
Oh yeah, man.
He is a national treasure.
Here's his voice was in what's it called? Invincible.
Invincible. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
I guess I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. Nothing to write home about, but if you got like a lazy Sunday afternoon, you want to watch some little crime thriller, isn't the worst. Which I guess not a ring endorsement, but there you go.
Okay.
And then I'll end the week on a high note. I saw series 2 or volume 2 of Love, Death, and Robots today.
You killed it all?
It's only 8 episodes.
I did too.
Only 8 episodes. Oh my god! Like, were you off today?
It's an hour and a half. That's all it is.
Yeah, came home and
watched. It's an hour and a half. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
I think the first season was like what, 2 hours?
18 episodes, so maybe a little over 2 hours.
18?
It was 18.
How many episodes? How many episodes are we getting on this one?
8.
There's only 8.
Get out of here!
It wasn't 18 the first time.
Yes, it was.
What? I have to go look. I don't remember.
Because I just looked at it and said like 18 episodes. I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, season 1 was not 18 episodes, and I'm like,
I know.
A lot of episodes.
Holy crap, it was.
Yeah. You son of a bitch.
How the hell we go from 18 to 8?
I think what they did was they split it up, and part 2 will come out next year around June-ish.
That's exactly what they're doing.
God.
It did.
Well, let me tell you though. These 8 were high quality, man.
Don't go into any detail because
no.
I did enjoy this overall.
Was it better than the second one or the first one?
That's hard to say.
It's not fair because it's 8 versus 18.
That's true.
Yeah, because season 1 had a lot of good ones, like ones that I forgot about. I'm like, holy shit!
Say you'll be happy. That's it.
But yeah,
the helping hand one, I remember that one from the first one.
That was good. That was actually really good.
Yogurt, the farm one. There's so many good ones.
Sunny's Edge. It's all good stuff.
This was such a hidden gem too.
Yeah,
It was. It
totally.
literally came out of nowhere, and people were like, "Hey, shit, we should watch this." As it used to be in the old days, word of
Yeah,
mouth.
Sunny's Edge. That was good.
Well, this one, again, it's only 8 episodes, but I did find myself actually liking all of them. Um, I guess the worst out of the best. The one I liked the thought process behind it, but it just felt kind of meh. Was the Drowned Giant? I would say that's my least favorite, but
I agree with that.
that's like again like that's like the worst of the best. And then
Sure.
my top two favorites, I would probably say Pop Squad and Snow in the Desert.
Pop Squad. Okay. I liked Ice as well. The style was
Yeah.
really great. There was
Um,
one where the animation was so damn good. I thought it was a real person at first.
that's what I thought too.
I was seriously fooled. I was like, holy shit, that's amazing.
Yeah, so there's like two of those episodes where it's like that's
Oh, Pop
good.
Squad. Yeah, Pop Squad.
I was like, that's really
Snow
fucking
in the
good.
Desert, Tall Grass. These are all good. They're
They're
all
very
good.
good. Yeah, they all hit very well. The animation is good, if not probably a little bit better
I love
overall.
that they're all different.
Yes, they're all vastly different. Um, I feel like they might have had a couple of directors come back to make one of these because I feel like
Mhm.
one creature that might have been in the first series is back in this one. And stylistically, there's a couple that look like the first ones do in the first series. Again, since these are all short, they're not that long. It's really hard to go into detail without giving too much away, obviously, because
Yeah.
at the short end, it's I think the shortest is like 7 minutes, and
Yeah.
the longest one is like 18 minutes. These are quick. You're gonna blow through them really fast. You're gonna sit there, you watch the first one, and you're in all the way. I am very happy that they kept the the quality of the series.
Yeah.
But they did. I don't know who's in charge of picking them or what, but good
Mhm.
job, one guy or a team or however it works. But yeah, this is really damn good.
Tim Miller, David Fincher.
Yeah.
There
So
you go.
kudos to that because again, this is again. I wish they would have never again. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they split up the series in two parts. They should have never done that. But
I know it sucks.
this is great. It's
I
good.
do like. Damn, I lost my point.
It'll come back.
Yeah. No, I have no idea. Anyway, I did enjoy it.
It was
So, all
really,
good.
really good. So, high recommendation. If you are a fan of the first series, kind of have to say you have to watch this like as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And those are my nerd outs for this week.
Cool. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to some that just came out, so that's good. Because I was wanting to see some of that.
So, Manny,
Okay.
All right.
My list is not as big as you guys. I mean, I guess. Jesus.
I know we couldn't shut up.
There was one movie that Violet and I actually watched around last week that I forgot to bring up, and I want to make sure I get the name right.
All right.
This is actually a movie that she has made. She has wanted me to watch for the last maybe year or 2 years. It's called The Skin I Live In. It's with Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
Oh, the creepy cover.
This came out in about 2011. Is with Elena Anya and Antonio Banderas. I believe Elena, if I'm not mistaken, is I believe she's from Wonder Woman. She's the Dr. Nightmare. Is that her name? The woman that kind of makes the gas and all that.
Oh, I understand.
You remember?
I do know
from the first one.
Yeah, I believe that's where she's from because that's where Violet told me. Very good. The movie is basically a plastic surgeon who specializes in skin grafts and all that.
Mhm.
Is talking at this convention, and little did we know that the reason why he kind of really got into skin grafts and everything is because his wife passed away from a fiery accident,
Mm.
and it kind of goes from there. Um, Good twists, good turns. I felt like the first half of the movie was very well written, very good, and then after that, it kind of got weird, and then it just kind of fell off.
Mm.
But the ending did kind of help with the twist that came in. So that was good. Overall, I think I would give it a. It was good. It could be disturbing, but I think it's worth a watch, especially on HBO Max.
It's on
So,
Max. Okay.
yep, The Skin I Live In, very good. Antonio Banderas is very good in that movie. Next one is we were watching, so we're going to go to the movies for the first time since last year.
Nice.
And we are going to go watch Spiral, which is a spin-off of the
Oh
song.
yeah. When are you
So
going?
because of this,
When are you gonna go?
we're going on Saturday.
Hmm.
So by the time you listen to this, we've already gone.
Cool.
So we're going on Saturday, and it's going to be exciting, man, because I don't know what to really expect from the movie theater and all that, and keeping the mask on and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But because of this, we're watching Chia's, basically, all the Saw movies I've been watching here and there.
Oh, okay.
I forgot how cheesy the first one was.
Oh, it's been too long, so I don't know.
I know. Watch it.
Yeah. Does it
You're
hold
on
up at
HBO
all, or is it
Max.
just too cheesy?
Of course it holds up because it's Saw,
Mm.
but there's some parts in there you're like, oh, I don't remember it going down that way. Like it's pretty darn cheesy. I gotta admit that.
Mm.
But it was
Part
good.
two wasn't that bad.
Her favorite was part two.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, her favorite was part two, and I guess she's gonna probably go into three and all that. I think she looked it up. Three was the most successful out of all of them, oddly enough. So yeah, I'm going in to see that, and then the other kind of nerd out that's going to begin is with this
Ooh.
Returnal, and this is courtesy to my. Whoa, I was like, it's missing, but I forgot it. This is because of my neighbor Jordan.
Go knock on his door right now. Get that disc.
He bought the game, and I told him, yeah, I was planning on getting it, but don't really have time to play and all that. And he was like, well, I just finished it. You could play it. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. The reason why I'm going to start this one, unfortunately, Zero Horizon hasn't really grabbed me yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'm very, very early on it, but since Returnal's there, and that's a PS5 game, and I've been wanting a PS5 game for the longest, I think now is more time than ever to really just start that game. So
it seems like it has that Love, Death, Robots vibe.
Which one? Returnal?
Yeah, like Returnal.
I could see that.
Dark
I'm not
sci-fi
expecting that. I'm really expecting more of a Metroid Prime or Metroid kind of feel for it. So right off the bat, if I don't get that, I think I'm going to be disappointed. But hopefully, I'll get it. Other than that, I mean, I've really got nothing else, man. Like I wanted to kind of start watching a little bit more movies, but I've been trying also to play a little more video games. So I've been playing a little bit more MLB, just to kill the time. And Call of Duty I haven't really picked up, which makes me sad. But yeah, I mean, that's where I am. Hopefully by this time next week, I could talk a little bit more about Returnal, especially because none of you guys have played it yet. And
yeah, I want to hear about that.
Yeah, we could talk about
Spiral too.
More. And Spiral, yep. I don't know, man. Like, so here's the thing: I spent $27 on tickets. And $27 in my head, I don't get to keep the movie, which I'm used to already with doing this whole thing. So this brings up the question: when Disney Plus comes out and they do their whole movie thing, am I going to do it? I think I will do it for Black Widow now.
Yeah.
Now it all depends how it is to feel at the movies and if I get that back. But I really liked staying at home and watching these movies because I spent a lot of money on my home theater stuff, and I make sure I get the good noise and all that. So I'm happy with the picture I get, and I like pausing and kind of go do something or something like that.
Yeah.
Of course, the big movies I go see, like the Batman and things like that. But little movies like Spiral, maybe won't. If this was available on HBO Max, I probably would have done that instead of go to the movies. To be honest,
Yeah, probably.
So it's interesting. It made me start thinking about it because I don't get to keep the movie for $27, which kind of stunk.
And you gotta spend on all your food and drive there and.
Oh God, no! We're not buying no food there. I don't think. Maybe. You know what? We probably will. Yes, we will support the movie theater. We will. I mean, fuck it. I already spent $27 to go see a movie. Might as well buy some stuff there.
It's weird how it feels different now to pay for movies now.
Have any of you guys gone to the movies yet?
No, it's been over a year.
I might go this Sunday. See the Army of the Dead, which released a week early in theaters
That'd be cool.
At select theaters. Now I don't know. It depends if cause I get up for work that day at 2 a.m, so it depends on how tired I am if I can make it. But yeah, I do want to go back as soon as possible to see something.
Yeah. That'd be a good one to open with.
Yeah, I think so.
I think for me that movie's too much of a toss-up to go spend money.
I think Spiral's a damn toss-up.
Yeah, but we've read about this for a long time.
I just hope you guys enjoy it. That's all I'm saying.
If I'm not mistaken, Chris Rock is the one who produced this, and he really wanted to produce it. So if someone that's a comedian by his career has gone out of his way to make this movie, I got a good feeling about it. And also the director of Saw 2, and he did other Saw. Violet knows which one, but he did this one. He's directing this one. So that one's not that much of a toss-up in my opinion, just because Saw has this place in my heart where Violet loves it, so I like it. But Army of the Dead, I mean, I could see where it's good because if we get Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. I hope.
But I don't feel like we're going to get that.
Yeah, maybe not.
I just hope it's fun. I hope it's fun. It feels like a nice movie.
No, yeah. I mean, like, from what I saw, it looks like a mix of Dawn of the Dead with Resident Evil Extinction, which is one of my favorite ones.
You've been dying for this movie, so I could see why you want to go to the movie.
Yeah. This is this is the type of stuff. Again, so far from what I see the trailers, this is the stuff Zack Snyder should be working on. I appreciate him trying to do different things, but it just doesn't work out like that.
Hopefully, he returns to this kind of stuff, especially if this does well.
Oh yeah, like like Michael Bay trying to make Pearl Harbor, and like at a certain point goes, you know what, fuck it, let's just start blowing shit up. I hate trying to make a serious movie, and he just went back to his old ways, and it works. But like no one could do Michael Bay better than Bay, and no one could do Snyder better than Snyder. It's just he needs to focus on his lane. That's all it is.
What is Snyder, in your opinion?
300, Dawn of the Dead, even Watchmen. Like that's like
I enjoyed Watchmen.
With like the big style, the big colors and the big set pieces and like the weird characters, like that's like up his alley.
Yeah.
I've said it a lot. I'm not a fan of his superhero stuff, but and Sucker Punch has like one cool action scene and everything else is just blah. But
Sucker Punch was such a disappointment, dude. I remember that. And it's not because I went to the Quarry to go watch it. It's just that movie was such a disappointment. I remember.
Yeah.
I think it was coming off the heels of 300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in big letters.
That's
Director,
it's gonna be like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, his best superhero one is Man of Steel, in my opinion. The other ones are
I
they
agree.
could fall off cliffs after that.
Okay. But yeah, so
Wait, you didn't like Man of Steel, Sonny?
No, it has not aged well for me at all. Like I think every year I hate it more and more.
I haven't seen it for a while, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think I mean, if you guys are down, we can do spoiler talks for Army of the Dead if you guys watch it because it will be on Netflix next weekend for everyone to watch. So if you guys
I'm watching that. I'm waiting for that, man.
Yeah. So either way, I will watch it. Just depends if it'll be in theaters or not. But I am going to watch it, and I'll definitely let you know what I think.
Yeah.
So
finally getting some bullets in the chamber now with these nerd outs.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff's coming out now.
Do we want to talk about the Bad Batch, or do we want to wait for another episode and we can just knock out 2 episodes with one of the Bad Batch next week?
No, I think we should go into it if we all watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just do it now.
We'll do our annual Disney spoiler talks for the Bad Batch episode 3. I'll do the spiel at the end, but the quick version, find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Type in 3 Nerds on a Sunday, and we'll be right there. Facebook, keep up to date when the episode drops. So, wink. We're getting spoiler talks in about 5 seconds. So thank you for listening. Stop, come back, watch it, everything. Then you can join the conversation later. And I'm going to tell you spoilers again because we're going to do it right now. Spoilers. Spoilers.
Okay.
Overall, general thoughts of this episode. You liked it? You loved it? It was meh, or it was okay?
Liked it. It was a bridge to something else.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what the show is gonna be. Like what is Clone Force 99 trying to do? Is their main goal to like knock Crosshair free from that, or do they not even care about that anymore and they just want to see what their place is in the galaxy, or like what is their deal?
You want to go, Sonny?
No, go ahead.
So Tech is trying to figure out how the chips work in their head because he has some kind of mechanism on the ship that he's testing out, and he was only working on it for a little bit. I think at this point they're running away from the Empire because they probably know that Crosshair is going to be on their tail. So they're trying to run away, and they're probably trying to get more information as it goes. I forgot where they're heading to. Do you remember where they're heading to from the first episode or second episode?
I forgot.
Okay. No, they're just kind of off doing nothing right now.
This was kind of one of those Mando episodes where they're like, "Oh, the ship's broke. We gotta stop for a sec."
And honestly, I thought they were on like a snow planet. And I'm like, "Oh, come on, dude! This is like going word for word."
But there's spiders and frog people too.
Yeah, it's getting to the point with this show, and I know it's only the 3rd episode. I care more what's going on with the Empire than the Bad Batch.
It's interesting,
honestly.
Right? Yeah.
Like Omega, I don't really care about too much. I do want to know her background because I think she has a bigger background. But I want to know more about Crosshairs and Tarkin and that new guy that showed up, which I thought that was the guy from Rebels. You guys have not watched Rebels, right?
Not watched 2 seasons or something.
Well, he's in season 2. He's in the first 2 seasons. The guy with the he has like the Wolverine haircut almost. He has like the sideburns. I forgot his name.
Is he the one who introduced the elite troopers?
In which one?
Like right now, this episode of Bad Batch, was he the one who said, "Hey, Tarkin, look at my elite troops over here"?
It's not the same character. I thought. It was
okay.
The same character.
Yeah, I think I remember like a funky beard like that.
Yeah.
But it is interesting, the whole Empire side, because they're trying to phase out the clones, and Tarkin's like trying to get the new, keep things established, I guess, and keep the ranks going. and figure out what the best way for that is. At the same time, the Camino people are trying to validate that the clones are better.
Yep, I want to know what's on Camino, what their plan is now. They're saying that the Django sample that they have is deteriorating, which I really thought that was interesting. But they want to find, I guess, how I took it, another clone in their system to make more Django stuff. Right? Is that what I got? Is that what you guys got, or you got something else?
Yeah, I mean, like, I felt like it was alluding to like Omega, in some shape or form or something, or she's meant to interact with that certain clone or something like that. But no, yeah, I think in a way the Bad Batch were the perfect characters to follow, especially after Order 66, because I mean, we were introduced to them in the Clone Wars, but it was more like, hey, this is their specialty. They're really good at what they do, and that's really about it. We don't get to see them interact like on downtime or in a ship, or how they're trying to figure out what's going on. And we're getting more of their personalities, even though their name is literally their personality. They they're getting a little more time to be fleshed out, but the reason why it works right now is because they are that perfect gap between the clones and the Empire. Like they're clones, but they're defective to a point where they're basically their own people.
Yeah.
And best of the best for a reason, because they were made that way. And Crosshairs is like that perfect mix, I think, of like, hey, this guy is a company guy, but we can also control him to be even better. Because the Empire stuff is really interesting. We kind of see a glimpse of the new armor for that could possibly
Stormtrooper armor.
Yeah, the Stormtrooper armor coming up.
Yep. Crosshairs wearing it.
Yeah, and it's weird to me. Like, I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's nitpicking, or I just feel like it's really stupid logic. Like, it would be more cost effective to build an army from scratch by recruiting and all that kind of, like, I understand the guy's thought process, like, well, loyalty you can't program. I mean, you could. That's why they have chips. You can just make clones that are more loyal, like specifically for what you want, because obviously these skinny aliens have other plans. It probably just keep funding a project on the side, but like, they have their ulterior motives. But if you make perfect clones the way you want, to me, it just seems better, because you can just throw them at people. You don't have to rebuild their planks with people. I don't know. To me, it's the weirdest shit in the world. We're talking like, oh, we'll just go with people then. Yum, 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 yum. Like, no, it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, maybe there's more downfalls. I mean, because the clones have a shorter life cycle, I think, right? They're only effective for 10 years or something.
Yeah.
Maybe he sees it as a cost thing, and he doesn't want to rely on the Camino people. He doesn't trust them. Maybe, at least something I've always wondered, like how did they switch? Yeah, and he doesn't want to fail the Emperor and stuff. So
yeah, because we know what happens. I don't know. It's just weird because, like, I don't know, because like I always think like if I had to build an army, it'd be clones, because you wouldn't feel bad. I mean, technically, you wouldn't feel bad because they're clones. You just
the problem.
They don't even care.
The problem is that they don't even care about that. But the problem is that they don't control the clones.
Right, but
that's the thing.
They could. I mean, like, again, at this point, they have
somebody could sneak something in, because there's always a liability that the Caminos could put something in, or a protocol, or something.
Yeah. Like, no one in the Empire knows how to make a clone. That's why they hired them. So
I think they'd rather just like brainwash kids, basically.
Correct.
I mean,
and that comes with the First Order.
But then again, Order 66 worked to perfection. The only ones that were affected were the weird ones. And there was like 5 of them. 6
It only worked to perfection because Caminos were on their side. And now that the Empire wants to be bigger than what the Republic was, they don't really just trust anyone. The Emperor is just batshit crazy now, and he doesn't trust anybody. Which he's kind of right, because look at what the Camino people are doing. Or
I guess he doesn't want to lose what
just going against it.
Yeah.
Because how he got the Empire going is from the inside, and being shady and all that, and saying the right things. he knows how that works, so he doesn't want to give someone else a chance. And
to do the same thing to him.
The main thing you need to take over an army, like you showed, was an army, and you needed just to flip a switch. They don't want. I think the Emperor doesn't want what happened to the Jedi's to happen to his people as easily. So I think that's why. I hope they fucking say it because I want to be right on this, but I don't know if they will.
Yeah, it's always something I thought about too. I was like, well, how did this transition happen, like from clones to regular trooper? And it kind of is funny because it makes you laugh because the way they talk about it, sometimes they're like, well, these guys, humans can never shoot as well as a clone. And it's always funny because they're making fun of stormtroopers all the time. They can't shoot.
Yeah. But and again, like they don't make sense, but then they contradict themselves in this episode where Crosshairs is like he killed the guy in that elite squad because he's human. Because like we're not gonna kill kids and he's to help his people. And Crosshairs goes, no, motherfucker, this is our job. You do what I tell you to do, and they kill him. It's like it contradicts itself. I don't know if it's on purpose or it's meant for like more.
But he got the other guys in line by doing that, because he was like, if you don't do what I said, I'm gonna kill you just like him. And they did. They did it though.
Follow orders.
Yes, but yeah, again, like the clones follow orders. Like that again, like again, Star Wars is really fucking like kind of dumb when we think about it.
It's not though. They're only following orders because the Camino people flipped a switch.
No, they were following orders already. It just the switch was for.
It was for one specific order.
Yeah.
The switch. No, now following the Empire, not the Republic.
Yeah,
switch.
Which
well, the chip means that they can't do what they want. They have to do what they're told.
Correct. So that's just remote control. Like, that's too much power for someone to have that's not the Empire in their eyes.
I think it's just the Emperor's paranoid is why he doesn't want to keep doing it.
Again,
get scared.
I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you. It's just again like it was a weird contradiction to put itself in this episode where like the clone clearly did the job better. Like
I think they haven't proven it yet. I guess they haven't really.
And they've actually shown like what Frank said. They Crosshairs made the other humans scared and followed orders, which is perfect. You can't have a clone if he's flipped the switch to go against the Empire. He's not going to freaking care. He's just going to follow orders to kill whoever's on the Empire side. But a human could have fear, and fear is what the Emperor wants.
Or morals or something.
You can't put that in a clone. The clone is only going to follow orders.
Yeah, again, like we got a lot. I'm assuming we have a lot more to go. I mean, I'm hoping that they show that the Emperor already had a backup plan to all of this, because again, him being paranoid and very, very smart about everything he does. Everything he does, he's already thought 10 steps ahead. So he probably already has something in place already. We just don't know it yet. But I don't know. I just want to. I guess the episodes are short. They're getting shorter now too. We went from like 30 minutes to like 27 minutes. It's getting shorter. I wish they would have kept these like 40 minutes long, just to get more out of one episode, because I don't think it's enough. But yeah.
If we're gonna get 13 episodes, though, I'm fine with these being 20 minutes.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just the weekly format is hard with these short episodes.
Yeah, when it's so damn short.
I think it's because I'm so used to regular Clone Wars, like how that show was, that it was just a quick watch.
Yeah. Right. Right.
That I got my little, because that was, to me, those Clone War episodes were more Star Wars than I've ever gotten before Mandalorian, and I loved it. And even right now, it's feeling like Star Wars again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just Mandalorian's live action. You want to see more. You're getting greedy, but this, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with these 20 minutes. Oddly enough.
Yeah. I mean, like when you respect the lore and the characters and the timeline and everything, you actually get something good instead of those new movies that are pieces of shit.
Shitty on everything.
Yeah. I mean, like when you put the time and effort into something and you actually put thought into it, we get the Mandalorian, we get Clone Wars, we get all this good shit that like makes sense and it feels like Star Wars, where it doesn't feel like it's a brand new thing for no reason or just to shit on characters because the fans like them. Oh yeah, fuck you. You got to play with the new with these new toys. But
I like that we get these fill-ins because the movies jump so much that you don't really bond or understand or really grasp everything.
I absolutely love how Crosshair sounds.
Yeah,
he
sounds great.
Absolutely love it.
Perfect.
He's a bad man, Gemma.
I like.
He's legit.
Wrecker was kind of making me laugh this time because he's like, he was scared when they were gonna crash, and he's like, we're gonna be good, don't worry. But at first he's screaming, "Oh, we're gonna die! We're gonna die!"
I'm curious if him getting hit in the head is gonna affect anything in the next episode or two.
So
I really don't think that's him hitting in the head. I think that's his chip working.
That's what I'm thinking, or like, because I mean, like he did get hit in the head. Maybe like malfunction the chip to start working or start to slowly work again, because they're gonna have to test out the chip reader that Tech is making now, and perfect timing.
It's gonna be like the Thing. Come here, let me test your blood.
Yeah, it's like, I got a scratch on my head. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna turn on.
Did he even hit his head?
Yeah, like a wrench or something fell on his head when they were crash landing. He's like, "Ow, my head!" It's like, uh-oh. As soon as that happened, I'm like, "Oh boy, here we go." The chip thing.
Is it all the same voice actor for them, or is it pretty close?
I want to say no, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how, and I don't know how they're gonna do it because they want to bring these guys in live action, Mandalorian, or those two. Jesus,
I hope they continue the animated stuff after this, because
where'd you read that they want to bring these guys live action?
It was in that big news article when they were like, the Ahsoka's gonna get a TV show. We got the Boba Fett's coming out, and that's when they first talked about this show. They're like, oh yeah, the Bad Batch is coming to animated, and there are plans to bring them to live action in one of those shows down the line. I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird to go from. I mean, it's not unheard of anymore with Ahsoka, but that'd be interesting to see where they fit and where.
Hold on, real quick. So far, they crash landed already. Nothing hit his head. So
something. I swear something fell on his head.
I think it's a little later, like when they get back. When they get back from the monster.
Omega just found Crosshair's machine or box. Yeah. Nothing has hit the head yet.
That's later.
I don't think they go out yet. So they're about to go out to look at the ship, I think.
What was I going to tell you?
So, what's up?
What's his name? Echo is the one from the first one that they found out about the chips, isn't it? Isn't he that one? That clone?
He was part of that.
Were they were trying to... was that 5s? Yeah, I think you're right.
He was part of that one, like Alpha or Omega 777 squad.
Why do I not remember Echo?
Because Echo was.
He wasn't there originally.
Kidnapped. He was kidnapped for a while.
Yeah, a long time. And then he comes back like the last season of Clone Wars. They're there to save him, and then at the end he joins the Bad Batch. It's like, you're an honorary member because you're just like us. You're all fucked up.
I appreciate what they're doing with Omega, but she is a little bit annoying me. I was actually kind of glad when they were going to get rid of her to the family.
Nothing hit Rex's head.
Something did, because I remember he was crying about it.
Yeah.
Nothing did.
That's weird.
When they go back into the ship. They go back into the ship and to tell Hunter about what's going on, and he's already complaining about his head.
Oh, okay.
Nothing hit his head.
So it's internally bothering him then.
I don't believe you.
And he's holding it in the same spot, if I'm not mistaken, where the chip is. So,
Jesus Christ.
All right.
That
Well,
should be interesting.
okay. So why does Omega bother you, or like not like kind of like her?
I don't have a like the story reason. I appreciate what they're doing because it is allowing these characters to actually be characters and not just badasses who spit and fight and are badass. They're more multi-layered because of her, and they, how Wrecker kind of watches out for her and makes her a room, and Hunter really watches out for her and stuff like that. So I get all that and I appreciate all that. But sometimes she bogs things down because she's like, I want to come on the mission. And they're like, no, it's dangerous. And like, I'm part of the team. It's like, okay,
on
fine.
Kai,
And so it's some of that kind of gets to me. Or it's
I like how in that scene, you see Echo's character. He's like,
He's like, yeah, okay, sure.
Dude, whatever, if you want.
Hey man,
don't look at me, man. You're the one who found me.
It looks like he like whiplashes his head or something like that. But
he doesn't say anything about it. And if he whiplashes his head, he will be holding the back, but he's holding here.
What did they say? Why did they made him stay back because of his head or something? They were because he was already complaining about it.
Start at 247, and then the guy's head. And I
saw that.
But yeah, and then throughout the episode, he goes, "Ow, my head," the whole episode. So there's something.
But it was,
it
was enough for me.
But I mean, he's tough enough to where he's not going to cry about a wrench hitting his head for that long.
Because his name is, destroy shit and leave.
So I started at 214. He's not hitting his head. He's not hitting his head.
247.
I'm at 235.
236.
238, 239.
They're going through the clouds.
44.
The droid goes flying.
Oh, okay, very quick.
Yeah, he did. He's like, oh.
Almost if I told everybody something happened.
So quick though, it's like.
Oh yeah.
This dude's so proud of himself.
Hell yeah.
Hey, but that was so weird though. He literally just goes like this. Ooh.
Yeah.
And that's because the only thing I noticed was we're gonna die. We're gonna be fine.
No.
All right. I'll give it to
I'm
you.
enjoying the show though. I mean, I can't complain.
No, yeah.
I like it.
It's another good outing for the animation stuff for Star Wars for sure.
I liked them immediately, so I was so happy when they were gonna get a show.
I don't want to feel like what other people feel about Star Wars, but I'm already seeing like a Mandalorian effect on it, where it's a person and the dad thing. Like, no, I don't want that. I want just a story, like a good story. But everything but Star Wars is for kids, so I get it.
It's always some kind of relationship between kid and a parent.
I always felt kind of not resentment, but like I was always irked by those statements of George Lucas. Oh, this is just for kids. This is only meant for kids. This is why I made it in the first place.
Nah, it's like those cop out sometimes.
You can make things for kids and adults at the same time and have actual impact, and not have to fall in that old. It's just for kids. Waka waka waka. But yeah, no, like I mean, you can maybe look at it more as like 4 men and a baby instead of like like mental. Like I don't know, like
4 men.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, they're still trying to learn who they are. Again, they're clones, but they're not.
Now they're really trying to figure out what do we do now.
Yeah, and they're like, what do we do? So, and there'll probably be some kind of rescue mission for Crosshairs or get him trapped to fix him or something. And there's going to be a thing with the chip reader.
That's going to be cool.
I kind of want to see Rex show up again, which there's a good chance he maybe will.
And where is he at this point?
I think he will show up.
Yeah, but
did he have his inhibitor pulled out or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because Cut is already off planet with his family, already left. Rex is the only other, not defector, but like chip user, I guess, or
Yeah.
that I can think of off the top of my head.
There's a couple
then-
more with him in Rebels, right? He's living
Yeah.
with like 2 of them or 3 of them.
He's
Yeah,
living
so-
with Wolf. I forgot who else. I don't know about Fives. I think Fives is gone.
Was it Bly or who was the other one with him? I
I
forgot.
think there was like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
2.
I was trying to watch Rebels, but I just haven't had time. But I want to finish, so.
Yeah. So
Watch before season 2 of Mando comes out. That's all I'm saying.
Season 3?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Season 3.
Freddie Prinze Jr. is Kanan. Holy crap. I never
Yeah.
knew that.
Yeah.
His voice
That was
seems
great.
so out of place.
Yeah. No, I like his voice.
With this episode, or with the first episode, it seems so out of place. I hated it.
Yeah. I mean, I got no problem with. I like him.
Yeah.
Just not as a little kid. I don't like him as a
Sabine.
little kid.
That voice actor for the clones, he is great. How does he
Yeah.
do that? And like, it looks. I mean, I would have never expected that voice from him.
Hmm.
But yeah, apparently he does them all.
Really?
Crazy. Yeah, because he's the only one credited. Like, there's no different credit for Hunter versus Wrecker or anybody,
That is
or Crosshair or anyone.
I wonder what his paycheck looks like.
I hope it's good, man.
Probably standard. The only reason I say standard is because voice acting is on a different pay scale. So the Kung Fu Panda films were able to have all those big names because they can afford them at a cheap rate because it's just your
they're
voice
like,
acting.
give us 6 hours of your time, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like it's just your voice. Don't need your face, just the name and the voice. And like voice acting is like at a different pay scale than like acting. So maybe it's cheap, but he gets a lot of work. So
Well, I hope he's getting paid now, because I mean,
yeah,
the amount of stuff he's done now for them.
yeah. I mean,
But anyway,
when
good stuff so far. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Now, how he's gonna have to test everybody now. I like that. I dig that.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes and plays out. We'll definitely talk about it next week because episode 4 will be out next week along with Army of the Dead. So it's another jam-packed episode of Three Nerds on a Sunday. Thanks. We have something to talk about.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on this episode? Anything you want to throw in? We
That was a filler.
I pretty much ran
I
out.
want more Empire.
Yeah, I agree with that. The
more Empire.
The Empire stuff is like the meat and potatoes of the show so far. It's really interesting. A lot of what ifs, twists and turns still coming. So yeah, they definitely want more of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're gonna call this episode today. If you stuck around, you get the treat of me going through the whole spiel in my normal tone and voice. If you wish to watch the audio version of this podcast, can't watch the audio. Jesus, I already messed it up. If you want to listen to the audio portion of this podcast, you head over to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and any podcasting app of your choice. You wish to watch the video portion of this podcast, head over to YouTube, type in Three Nerds on a Sunday. You want to keep up to date whenever the episode drops. Always on Sunday. Times vary, but always on Sunday. Follow us on Facebook there. And follow us on Instagram. I've been able to be a little more active recently. Work has, I just want to leave and never go back. But it's been crazy. So, but I'm getting a little more chance to post on there a little bit more. So I want to be more active on that. Feel free to interact with us there. Leave us questions, comments, concerns, whatever, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And that is going to be it, guys. Thank you for listening to another episode of Three Nerds on a Sunday. We'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.